Hey guys, welcome back to the Marriage and Real Estate Podcast. We're your hosts, Kevin and Aisha Shelton.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Is that chipper enough for you? Slow enough for you?
Was it supposed to be slow and chipper?
It was like, do it over again.
I mean, amen. Sometimes you got to do it again.
Okay. Well, hey, baby.
Hey.
We are back for another week of recording.
This is just me and you talking. Nobody else. It's just us.
Nobody else is here. Our listenership is not listening. It does, you know what? If you go back to past episodes, we talk about some pretty intimate stuff. So if you want to get all in our business as a couple,
go back to the beginning.
Start at the beginning.
Those episodes might not be around no more.
I hope not. That was some really
we were sharing
with the world.
I think that's a part of it. I think that's marriage.
I mean,
that's real life.
That's also marriage.
We're real people
with the podcast. So definitely go back to past episodes and hear all our business.
That is true. It's a good journey. It's for the past 3 years, you've got a first row seat into our life.
Yeah.
The ups, the downs, the goods, the bads, the intimates, the not so intimates. We're much more milder now.
You think so? Yes.
1,000%.
No. Yes, we are.
No. So one of the things we wanted to talk about this week was really housekeeping kind of things, like where we think the podcast is going, what we want to talk about in the future, how we want things to kind of pivot. So, we're big on pivot, not panic. That's your saying, right?
What are we panicking about?
We're not panicking. It's just the thing that rhymes with pivoting.
Okay. So we pivot.
So then find another catchy phrase. Pivot and not continue. What? I don't know.
Kevin was trying to quit, y'all. How about you say that?
I was definitely trying to. I was like, man, what are we doing?
Kevin was trying to quit, y'all.
I was.
And the producer of the podcast
kept me in the saddle.
Yeah, the producer of the podcast was like, hey, man, y'all rank here and you rank here. And
people are actually listening. So I apprate all you guys are listening.
We are ranking.
Yeah, places. It's actually, I think people are actually hearing us. I was looking at some YouTube comments, our YouTube numbers, and I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, we have to work on that. So look, give us some time and this will be like a thing in the past. Our YouTube will be popping too.
Well, I appreciate all the folks are listening. I think I've just been so in the weeds with work that it's hard to see the benefit of so many people actually caring enough to tune in to us on a weekly and monthly basis. So I am appreciative. I'm not going to quit y'all.
Thank you.
There we go. But we are going to pivot. So I'm trying to think of another P word. Don't have another P word.
Let's just pivot. we could just pivot. So we are pivoting and being more intentional.
I think what we want to do is share more other couples' journeys. And I think we've talked about that a little bit before.
Yeah, and we said we were going to do that before. And then we get a good start. And then here we are, just the two of us again.
Every time. And it's pivot when you don't prep. That's basically it. But no, so we are committed to going forward and sharing the voices of many other couples. So one of the things that we want to do is provide this platform for other couples to share their journeys. Because I think how this all started was us really giving everybody a window into our real estate journey. But there's so many different ways to skin a cat. And there's so many ways that people have built their life and wealth off of real estate that having other couples share their journeys is impactful because you might not be like us. You might be like one of the other couples that, we brought on or will bring on.
Yeah. Which I feel like would be good to, obviously we're going to open it up to so many other couples by doing it that way, but also having the format that we plan to bring that we bring some of the other couples back and ask them those same questions. Cause I'm sure people are curious of how other couples specifically at the Marriage and Real Estate Podcast, how they're successful in real estate and what they're doing. And truly we know some people that are killing it. So we introduce you to our network, but also expanding our network to those of you that have not had the opportunity to be on the podcast yet. So.
No, that's true. So please reach out if you guys have ever wanted to be on the podcast. You own real estate, you married or in a relationship and want to share your journey. Please reach out to us. And we look forward to hosting many more couples on the podcast, in the studio, virtually, all that good jazz. one of the things that we'll be doing that I'm excited for is seasons.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So having a fall season and having a spring season. So we ain't coming here week after week after week with kind of the same thing. It'll be fresh, new energy that everybody can get essentially a great serving of and then take a break.
That's true.
So I'm excited about that.
So people have been saying, this is random like Shelton updates, right? So people have been saying like, man, who sells $1 million house and doesn't say anything? That would be me. I did that.
Me too.
Who built $1 million house and sold it and didn't say anything?
Didn't say a word. Got pictures in my phone. Didn't post a picture.
So let's just toot our own horn here.
Yeah.
We build communities, right? Like
that is true.
Develop and stuff. But also Kevin built and designed this badass $1 million house in the historic Riverside Terrace community in 3rd Ward in Houston, Texas.
Yep.
And I mean, it got hella traction online.
It did. Like, it went viral a couple of times.
It did go viral. It went completely viral. And everybody was like getting all of this fame and glory off of our house. And we did not maximize. So yeah, I don't know if you can Google it, and I know it's not on the website, on the Park Street website yet.
It's not on the website.
But look up 3949 Charleston Street in Houston, Texas. You putting
people's address all on blast.
It's on the whole MLS.
That's true.
It's public information.
That is true.
Okay, so look up 3949 Charleston, and you can see the house that went viral that we did.
That is true.
Speaking of viral, there was also the news segment.
Oh, that's true. We were on the news a couple of times, but
this wasn't
recently.
Our first time. Yeah, it wasn't our first time on the news for what we're doing in the South Union community. Mm-hmm. But since this is like an update, we were featured on ABC 13 here in Houston, Texas. Leads and emails have been blowing up.
Talking about affordable housing.
Phone has been blowing up because right now housing is not affordable. And brought to you by the Sheltons and Park Street Homes and a plethora of other partners that we work with. We're able to provide affordable housing to Houston residents.
And I'm probably more excited about that than I am for anything else because right now it's such a need.
Yeah.
I think across the country, people really just need the opportunity to buy a home. And for us, you know, the market rate stuff is cool. The $1 million stuff is cool. But putting butts in seats, you know, putting families in housing that give people the opportunity is honestly what we're in it for. So.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about the affordable housing.
It definitely has an intrinsic value where, you know that you're making an impact on a family. And I feel like providing housing in general, even for the family that purchased our $1 million house, like they love their house. The kids love the house. They invited us over for barbecue and swimming. That's how we know we in because, you know, we still hanging out.
Invite to the barbecue.
We got an invite to the barbecue. And I mean, it's a significant impact. I mean, that family is truly excited about their home. They're excited about showing it off. And the fact that we can do that in the $1 million price point and in the affordable price point in the city of Houston, I just think it's phenomenal. And we don't pat ourselves on the back and we don't look back and go like, okay, Aisha and Kevin, this is something kind of cool. And we play really coy.
That is true.
And we should like give ourselves flowers. I'm going to buy you some. You want some?
No, you can buy me other stuff like headphones. I don't want any flowers. Matter of fact, we're about to go on a whole trip, and I don't have no headphones.
Not yet.
The
trip is not here yet. Okay, so what else? Ooh, I'm just going through like update stuff.
What other stuff you got?
Let me see. So this is specifically for the wives, right? If you have a husband that is like amazing, like mine, you need to show your appreciation for your husband.
She's showing out on this podcast today,
this is a reminder. This is a reminder for everybody who tunes into the podcast, right? Like your husband, if your husband is a good husband, if your wife is a good wife, like show her you love her. I happen to have a husband that is very good. It's like second nature for him to show his love for me and to love on me, right? And I'm such a type A person that I'm just like blinders and I'm going. But I think this might be what somebody was looking for. Like, man, she right. I really do need to love on my husband. So just a reminder, I'm really talking to myself, but since I have you as an audience, it's a reminder. You got a good husband, like show that man some love. They love gifts and, you know, obviously stuff.
Intimate things.
Stuff that
We're
gets
so
kind of
PG. Back in the day, we used to just be like sex.
Okay, so yeah,
don't do all
like
that.
yes, be intentional, ladies. And this is my warning to myself.
This is your public makeup
This
with
is
your
my-
husband over a podcast. This is, my husband's been mad at me all week and I want to make up with him on a podcast. Go ahead.
Did it work?
It's hard to deny when you're on a podcast. I can't be like, no, it didn't work.
Well, that's what he want to do. He want to be like, F
I
you,
do.
Alicia, you don't
I do.
care about me.
Mm-hmm.
You're delusional
I'm delusional.
in the
though.
best way possible. I love you so much.
I'm hungry. You got a sandwich for me right now?
I do.
You got a sandwich right now?
Yeah, I'm going to get you one. Whatever it takes to make you happy, I'm going to do it.
Oh, you showing out.
See, am I sweet? I
You
heard
showing
it.
out.
Heard somebody in the back say, "Oh, it's sweet," and I
Girl.
am sweet, and I love you.
Curtain.
Enough of
Scene.
that.
And scene.
Kevin, we're not gonna have an argument on this podcast today.
No, we're not, because it's not argument worthy. I'm just laughing at you because you really trying. You putting forth genuine effort. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it on the podcast. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the love that you're showing me in public so that I can't deny it in private. I appreciate that.
You're welcome, and look forward to all of the great things that I have in store for you.
Hey. Chicken sandwich.
What else? So we're bringing on more couples.
Bringing on more couples,
Sharing
switching
their
the
stories.
seasons, fall season, spring season.
Fall season, spring season,
More guests,
more guests.
fire, more real estate.
Nobody else thinks that's funny. Free events.
Stupid free events. That is true.
Free events because
More merch. I'm gonna update all the merch.
Oh God, here you go putting more stuff on your back. Take it off.
I didn't say when.
Take it off your back.
Sometime in 2022, the merch will be updated.
Oh my God. Sometime in 2022. Let's not hold you to it, but free events. We would love to get together with other couples
That is
that
true.
are in
We
real
definitely
estate.
invite people to come out to the studio, come out to events for sure.
Yes. Ooh, so be on the podcast or observe us on the podcast, right? Be
All that
in
is
our
available.
live studio audience.
And come check us out and meet us in person. I think that's, a lot of people reach out and want to just get, in-person contact with us. So it's a good opportunity for that. So reach out to us and let us know.
You trying to wrap it up?
No?
Okay.
But I don't have much longer. This was an update.
Yeah, but it's still a podcast. You can't come on here for 10 minutes and be like, hey, let me tell you something.
That's
Bye.
not true. There's a podcast that's like literally less than 5 minutes.
And is it?
It's one of the number one podcasts in the
But that's
world.
their format.
Okay, our format is 30 minutes or less, like a pizza. Your pizza just got here in 13 minutes this time.
No, Kevin. What else?
They
Grand Park Square is almost sold out.
don't care about that. They ain't buyers.
I mean, somebody might be. Let's see. The Aisha Shelton team is killing it. Dallas is a potential market for us. All right, Kevin, you're making it real hard for me. Like,
Well, this has been the Marriage and Real Estate Podcast. I'm Kevin.
I am not done.
Then keep talking.
We need some guests because if this how Kevin gonna act
How
on the podcast,
How am I?
at least I can have people to banter and converse with. But you like giving me the cold shoulder.
I'm not giving you the cold shoulder. I had a very succinct list of the things that I wanted to say on this episode. That was all I planned for. I didn't have a topic. I wanted to talk about housekeeping stuff.
Yeah, but don't nobody want to listen to a podcast about housekeeping.
No, they want to get all the upcoming hot fire. It's fire. It's coming soon. It's just not on this particular episode.
You know what, y'all? I ain't got it in me.
There we go. I mean, I sound like a wrap up to me. Well,
Go ahead.
another week, another one down. Marriage and Real Estate Podcast. Like, subscribe, and share. It's quick to share, and it's just as quick to listen to. Marriage Real Estate Podcast. We out.
Bye.